we're going to go ahead and get started in just a couple minutes. Our speakers are going to go ahead and start coming up on stage, and if we could have the last few people take their seats as well. I appreciate you all sitting down already. And we are getting ready to get started on the ceremony.
Good morning. If everyone could finish taking their seats, and as I told you that I chased into your seats, you don't take a seat, you never get a permit out of the city of Phoenix again. So thank you all so much for being here today on such an incredible occasion for us at the groundbreaking of Central Station. So this is a project that is long awaited, and so exciting. I was just said to the group up here that even standing on this stage looking out is a completely different view than you would have when I would be on the Central Station site. So this project started quite some time ago. I think I remember the very first time that I met Manzar Harani with Metastar, who had the vision for Central Station. But he'd actually come in on a separate project. And as you may or may not know, Manzar Harani does a lot of construction on the Texas Medical Center in Houston. And so he had come in, we were working with Mayo, we were working on the bioscience campus, which at that time was in, Mayor Gallego was a councilwoman, and it was in her district. So she met with him when he first came into the market. And I remember our team was there, and we were in our West conference room and chatting with him, and we asked him if he had heard of Central Station. And we were able to explain Central Station to him, and within a day, I think, he was, we were feeding him information, getting him data and details. For those of you that don't know Mr. Harani, he's an incredible visionary, but he likes to move very, very quickly. And so we got him all the information and went out at the council's direction for a request for proposal. We had several great proposals that came in, but the panel ended up selecting Metastar to build the great project that you're going to hear about today. So we thank you so much for joining us. We've got a great line of speakers that are going to talk for a few minutes, and then we will do the great ceremonial groundbreaking with our shovels. So thank you very much. And as the first speaker, I would like to introduce Mayor Kate Gallego. I have had the pleasure of working with Mayor Gallego even longer than she's been a council member. She used to be an economic developer for SRP, and some of the largest projects in the East Valley and bringing in, she helped us bring in back quite some time ago. And she became the councilwoman of District 8 and ultimately the mayor of Phoenix a few years ago. So it is with great pride and privilege I introduce Mayor Kate Gallego.
Thank you so much, Chris. Today we are here to celebrate your vision for Central Station becoming a reality. This is such an exciting project. This will be the most transit-oriented development we have had. There will be 1 million connections made on this location in downtown Phoenix, truly showing what a transit-oriented city we are. It will be a key transportation hub for our city and for our future riders. As a council member, we got to talk about the city's assets and how we might be able to do more. And this is one location that really captures everyone's imagination. We have strong assets anchored by Arizona State University and downtown businesses in this area. The city had a wonderful transportation hub with beautiful civic space and some of the best views. But we thought it could be even more of a destination in the heart of our city. This is a project that really fulfills its destiny as live, work, play. It brings together so many different amenities, and you can have a great quality of life without even leaving this location. And then it becomes live, work, play, educate just a few blocks away. This project will bring us much needed student housing for downtown students, as well as our business residents, integration with Civic Space Park, and an elevated transit experience for millions of riders using our Central Station. I'm also told our city employees who are very excited for the experience we'll be able to offer for our transit riders at the station. It's a very complicated project that is done in partnership with the Federal Transit Agency. The FTA is our partner here because of the transit hub, and they worked with us as well. All of us excited about transit celebrate that we have nearly $10 billion of capital investment along our transit corridors and $16 billion in our region. These projects mean thousands of jobs, new employers, retail, dining, residences, and so much more. It truly is a great day for our city. We could not have done it without Manzar Harani and his team. For those of you who don't know Monzer, he's quite an innovator, an inventor, a great understander of not just development, but science, and his work has already saved so many lives with innovation and healthcare. We were excited to attract him to our city to partner with us on our healthcare vision, and it just became so much more. He has great partners, including Gould Evans, who have delivered a vision of street-level activation, a continuation of the park. There is no back door to this project. Every side is active, and it really engages with our vibrant downtown. They are joined by Gary Holloway Jr. with GMH Communities, who understands amenity-driven living, and David Layton with Layton Construction, who is able to deliver on this very complicated project in an urban environment. I am also so proud of our City of Phoenix team. We are joined today by our Deputy City Manager, Mario Paniagua, who shepherded this project through. His colleague Ginger Spencer is also here, and then we've had a great team, including Jesus Sapien, our transit director, Jeff Stapleton from our community and economic development team, Joe Bauer, so many more, including our planning and development department, parks, streets, and fire, who all worked together to make this project possible. We have the best folks at the City of Phoenix, and as you watch this project go up, you should be proud of the city staff that makes it possible. It is a bright day for the future of Phoenix, and I want to congratulate everyone who's made today possible. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Gallego. Next up to offer a few comments is Vice Mayor Laura Pastor. It is my pleasure to introduce Laura Pastor. She is the chairwoman of the Economic Development Subcommittee with the City of Phoenix, and her father's vision is what brought us to the place today that we see with Central Station. Vice Mayor Pastor?
I want to remind Chris of something, of just a little reminder. Chris doesn't run permitting, Alan Stevens runs permitting. So it takes a collective to make things happen in the City of Phoenix. Just a little reminder, Chris. And Chris and I have that sense of humor. Thank you for gracing me with your presence. And thank you for honoring me and inviting me here. The space that you sit in, I'm just gonna give you a little history. I'm a fifth-generation Arizonan, so it's very rare to find us. My family has deep roots from my mom's side and from my father's side. They come from mining towns. So those that know our mining town area, they know what type of lifestyle it lived, hard labor. The only way out was getting an education and being able to move out of the city or the town. We stand right here in front of us on native land. So I want to honor that. We're talking about transportation. Transportation didn't lie here in, I would say, 1950, 60. The hub was downtown. And it was called the Transportation Corridor, where currently Fry sits. It was also the Greyhound hub. So all the hustle and bustle happened down there. Then eventually, Phoenix started to grow, people started to want to move in here, and development happened. Then it became a challenge to find a hub for transportation. And where did it land? It landed right here as you're sitting. When we decided as a council to start selling some of our assets, and very important assets, I would say today, this was one of them. My father, who was a congressman and who sat on the transportation and infrastructure, and then once he retired, became the chair of the Citizens Transportation Board. This came in front of him. Very unique role at that time, because that's when I was elected in council. So we had a unique role where there was 1 year he was in Congress and I was in council, and how do we balance our worlds out and our challenges? So as a citizen and as a constituent of mine, and he would call my Michael, who runs my schedule and say, I have to schedule a meeting with my councilwoman. She seems to be very busy, but it's very important. It's about transportation. He particularly spoke about this place. And he said, Laura, if you don't stop to think about the future, you're gonna lose an opportunity. And I said, well, we're selling the land, the developer can do what he wants, that's the way it is, property rights. He says, no, you have the ability to make and change the future and land it. So I said, okay, what would you like me to do? He says, you lose that land, you lose the transit hub. The transit hub was built with FDA, with federal dollars. The intent was for access and community. The intent was to build ASU so the students would have it. What are you doing? Okay, I'm not sure. And so what happened is that's when the conversation started about this space still being a transit piece, and how do we build that space along with all the other amenities that we wanted to do. So today, I honor my dad by standing here in front of you to say it's happening, and his dream came true. But it wasn't just his dream, it was really a community's dream, and it was really providing access to those that take public transit. And the micromobility and all the things that we're thinking about, and removing cars off the streets and EVs and everything that we want to do for our future and protect our environment. It is happening today, and it couldn't have been done without a great partner. And Monzer, thank you for listening. And thank you for listening to me, because my piece was workforce. And workforce, connecting workforce and the community and ASU and the transit center all together in order so we could build the future along with workforce housing. So it takes a special person to understand the vision and understand what it's going to be in the future. I don't know where I'll be in 20 years. Wherever I am, I'll be smiling and knowing that I had a little piece of future that Phoenix is celebrating. So thank you, I appreciate your presence, and thank you for gracing me.
Thank you, Vice Mayor, so much. And next, I'd like to present Councilwoman Ansari. She is the councilwoman of the district. She has a strong focus on climate, on sustainability, on electric vehicles. And I remember the first time I showed her this project, I showed her the renderings, and she was so excited to be part of this project and its sustainability and its focus on shade and its focus on connectivity. And so I ask her to come up and say a few words.
Thank you, Chris, and good morning, everyone. Thank you to the Mayor and Vice Mayor for also being here and for your wonderful comments. As the Councilwoman representing this half of downtown, it's my responsibility to work with the community, with stakeholders, with developers, to develop a vision for downtown, not only for the immediate future, but for 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the line. And while next year marks my first year in office, it's incredible to hear the stories from my colleagues, from Chris, from so many city staff who have been visionaries for many years prior to me being here. Visionaries like MedStar, GMH Communities, and so many more. Because Chris is right, I think this project is truly, truly incredible and truly visionary, and will be a centerpiece of our downtown core. It will not only be an incredible mixed-use development, it really will be the crown jewel of downtown, a testament that good, creative, and sustainable development is not only possible here, but will thrive here. As Phoenix does thrive economically, we're also facing a multitude of crises, whether it's climate change, whether it's housing affordability. So it's exactly dense, mixed-use development directly connected to transit, like this project, that we need and we should be building if we actually take these crises seriously. The fact, as Vice Mayor Pastor says, that service industry workers will actually be able to afford to live in this workforce price housing directly above retail, connected to light rail and bus service, is truly something to celebrate. I know that Central Station will help set in motion more projects just like this. Projects that celebrate the fact that we are in the 5th largest and fastest growing city in the United States, with shifting perspectives and historic levels of support for a walkable, transit-oriented core. Projects that are vertical villages that provide opportunities not just for housing, but for access to fresh food, public transportation, and beautiful green spaces. This is the tone of development that I would like to continue seeing, not only throughout our downtown, but along transit-oriented development corridors and village cores that are sprinkled throughout District 7 and sprinkled throughout the city of Phoenix. So I very much hope that MedStar and GMH Communities and our wonderful partners will continue doing business in Phoenix. We need more innovative and beautiful development here. So thank you so much and welcome to downtown Phoenix.
Thank you, Councilwoman. And it is now with great privilege, but first I'm going to tell a quick story about Monzer. So for those of you that have met Monzer Harani, you know he is truly one of the most gracious and thoughtful human beings that has walked the face of this earth. He is kind and smart and funny and thoughtful. I'll tell you, in early when we were working on this project, he invited Nathan Wright, our business attractions deputy director, and and Claudia Whitehead to Houston to see some of his projects that were under construction. It was January. It was pouring rain when we landed. We were all in an SUV, and we went to the building. We got to walk around outside, and just the respect that Monzer commanded and the thoughtful attention. He knew the construction workers. He interacted with everyone on the site, and I got to ride my very first bucket hoist up a high-rise in Houston. It was on my bucket list, and because of Monzer, I got to do it. So without further ado, I would like to present and welcome Monzer Harani.
Good morning. I was told I have only 30 minutes, to talk. So, I'll make it fast. Okay, I want to thank all of you for attending today. But this was a dream here. 2 million people, they come as, every year here. Okay, passenger. Some of them tired, some of them happy, some of them, they need food, they need coffee, they need whatever it is. So the human factor plays very important aspect in this, of having a place where somebody come, relax, and so on, or live there. We have ASU, a great university, one of the best in the US. We got a park here, and connected to the park. But the attention to, architecture, the attention to human life, we put under the direction, and of Chris and the city, we put a parking underground because we don't want show parking, okay, and precast, okay, and it was the human factor and the feeling, of people that, in architecture and buildings, we do medical and so on. So this is very important to us. A place where people can come, relax, and don't think about politics, don't think about other people destroying buildings, in other country, but thinking about we're building buildings in America. And this is the glory of our country, okay? So, with that, a lot of inspiration came from the city. I mean, the credit belonged to the city and how they communicate to me, for what they like to see and their feeling. And this was a major credit to the city, to our mayor here, But let me tell you, since I have 30 minutes only, okay, I cannot, let me tell you something, guys. I never seen better city than this city. 47 years, we have project all around the US. We have project in California No wonder they are coming here, okay? No wonder they, they smoke different thing, okay? Now, okay, so Chris Mackey, is a jewel. I mean, the mayor is a jewel too, all of you. I worked for 47 years from California to Phoenix to, to Florida, to New York, to all over. I never seen a city like this, honestly. And I don't know what the hell I'm doing in Houston. Okay. I know we have very nice weather there with no hurricane. Okay. So, but, the city here was an inspiration to me. Okay. We did this during hard time. We had the pandemic, and we have a new idea, the Zoom. Never heard of Zoom before. Okay, so can you imagine coordinating all of this with Gould Evans, great people, architect, that I want to work with them again if they let me, okay? Zoom, okay, to coordinate this, and some people are, having COVID-19, some people are not, and so on, and the lender tell you, pencil down. What do you mean by pencil down? I need a loan here, okay? So we work very hard through this and through other things I had to face. But, hard work brings luck, okay? And God helped the people who helped themselves. I'm so honored to be with the city. I will tell you, I can be a small ambassador for you, but, I never seen, I love you, lady. I love all of you, okay? They treat me like family. I went to other cities. You don't want to hear about, okay? And about permit and about things like this. I want to thank our team, Warren, Mark, Paul, Gino. Paul was an inspiration, Warren was very hard-headed with the hat, no? Okay. Mark was a creative, okay? So I want to thank, our lawyer, Nick Wood, okay? He's a great lawyer, one of the best. He was patient with me, okay? I never say anything good about lawyers, okay, except him, okay? So I really appreciate you, but I want you to just feel with all the project I've done over my life, all of it. I want to thank also my partner, Gary and Steve, very handsome couple, okay? So, and all the project and all the travel, and when you travel for projects and so on, I look forward to come here. Really, I feel at home here. Okay, and I will be spending more time here. Okay, this project will be very good for our people, for their life. Okay, it's not concrete and steel only. There is a human factor. It started from the beginning with the help of Chris Mackey and all our people in the city. Maybe I forgot also, a great contractor that drove me crazy, then I drove him crazy later, David later. They are a great contractor, okay? Very professional, very honest, okay? And all of you here, Krista, thank you for everything and being patient with me. Okay, I know you went to, clinic after that. Okay. So thank you. God be with you, and God be with this place here. Protect our labor, protect our people. and give us inspiration of giving, inspiration of creativity, and also for love to each other, you know, and this is very important. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Manzur. Next, I'd like to bring to the microphone Gary Holloway, the CEO of GMH. I had the pleasure of working with his team starting last summer as this project moved into full force and fruition. So please join me in welcoming Gary.
Thank you. Thank you, Chris. It's very fitting that we speak last today because we are the last piece of this puzzle. And Phoenix is a city that the nation has taken notice of, and it's these fine women up here, and that's the reason. You have a mayor that is driving business and a vice mayor that supports her, and they work so beautifully together. And Councilwoman Ansari, I mean, this wouldn't be what it is today without all of you. So Manzur and I thank you, and I'm just honored to be brought in and thought of for this project. Manzur, you are a truly unique human being. You understand business, but what you understand more than anything is love. That's something that radiates when you're around this man. And when my team said, hey, there's this $300+ million development that's got to get done in the city of Phoenix, and we're going to go see Metastar, and I started reading about Metastar and then took the meeting with Manzur and his team, I felt that love. And it only took one meeting to feel that, and that's the kind of person he is, and we wouldn't be here today without bringing all of us together. Chris, the same can be said for you. We just met today, but your name carries through our hallways, carries through Metastar's hallways, and we know without you we wouldn't be here as well, so thank you. I'm going to keep my remarks brief to one quote that I like to use for my alma mater. So I graduated from Villanova. I'm a huge basketball fan. And our coach has a saying. He says, we stand for those who played before us. That's why I'm here. We're here to make this city proud. I look out at the Metastar team. I look out the Layton team, Goal Evans. We'll make you all proud. This will be a project that we'll all be proud of. The hard work starts now. We were talking last night, 900 days and counting. The trades folks, we're excited to work with all of you, and we're excited to work for those that stood before us. Thank you so much for all being here. I'm standing in the way of coffee and donuts, so I know my place. Thank you very much.
Before we move on to the next section, which is the formal shovel ceremony, if you could indulge me for a moment, there are some people that I would like to thank. So when we are at groundbreakings, when we're at events, I often get the credit. I'm the first person that meets people and often get the credit, but there are so many city team members who were responsible for moving what is, and Nick Wood, the attorney with Snell and Wilmer that we worked on with this project, said it so well this morning. Truly the most complicated project I've ever worked on is this project here today. It has unbelievable complexities, just from the standpoint of salvaging the trees that were on the site to take them to their forever home up on Hatcher Road. 25-foot trees, 13-foot guide wire. Didn't really work so well together. So there's so many people that were responsible that I just want to take a quick minute to thank. First, Chris Kowalski with our Streets Transportation Department. Chris was able to really vision and help us figure out a lot of challenging solutions we had with just even boxes that exist on the site and things that were here today. Nathan Wright, Deputy Director over Business Attraction, met with us first with Manzur and went with me to Houston. Deputy Director Zandon Keating, who oversees the community development, oversees all of the downtown area, was instrumental in making this happen. Jesus Sapien, as the mayor said, our transportation director, is absolutely beyond a shadow of a doubt my partner in crime when it comes to getting stuff done. Joe Bauer, who's here. Joe, without you and your attention to detail and your thoughtfulness on the transit side, we would not be here. Ken Kessler, cannot thank you enough. You were often the voice of reason in meetings. For those of you that don't know, everything that they do has to be approved by the FTA. So we all got the project ready and flew to San Francisco to show this project to the FTA, and then they really followed up on it. Following that, their attorney, Mike Alexander, worked diligently to make sure the project moved forward. Our attorney, Derek Lavelle, Derek talked me off the ceiling on more times than he probably cares to admit over the last couple of years. And then Jeff Stapleton. Jeff Stapleton has been the program manager on this project, and I will guarantee you that without Jeff Stapleton, we would not be standing here today and breaking ground on this incredible project. He was going to move it through the final goal lines no matter what it took, no matter what he had to carry on his back, no matter what he had to do. Jeff was there making sure every slightest detail and every complicated project was taken care of. So I want to thank the city team, and also to Devney Preuss, who's here, the CEO of Downtown Phoenix, Inc. Devney, when the investors came in, your team jumped in golf carts. We were showcasing downtown, driving around, telling funny stories. RJ Price from her team and I were on the same cart, cracking up jokes and being silly. So it has taken so many people to make this happen. And just want to thank, from Mario Paniagua and Ginger Spencer, as Mayor said, our deputy city managers that worked on this project, and Alan Stevenson, deputy city manager, that couldn't be here today and wanted me to send his appreciation. So our next we're going to do is our shovel photo. So if the people on the stage could carefully down the stairs and over here to the shovel. And if you could tell me who else, if anybody belongs over there with them, we will. If everybody would like to come up and gather around, we will do the ceremonial opportunities.
Awesome. So, hi, my name is Jared, helping coordinate the photos today. So, speakers, if I could have you guys come over here to the center of the shovels, please grab a hard hat as well. And then the rest of the GMH team and Metastar, please also come up as well and grab a hard hat and shovel.
I'm so sorry.
Perfect. Yeah, if you guys want to come right in the center here, that'd be excellent.
Over here? Yep.
Awesome. And then we have the rest of the team with the hard hats. Please come up. Perfect. Dave Laitland, please grab a hard hat and shovel.
She's right here. She's right here. You're right here. Right here, Ben. Oh, yeah. Here's right there.
Awesome. And this is our photographer right here with his hand up. Perfect. So first shot, we're going to have you guys just staring right there. Nice big group shot. Good smiles.
have everyone just standing. Everyone have hands on the shovel. Right there, yeah.
Perfect, awesome. Now we're gonna scoop a little bit of dirt. Don't toss it just yet. We're just gonna hold the dirt and nice smile to the photographer.
All right, guys, hold the dirt right here.
Okay, and 3, 2, 1, we're gonna toss. 3, 2, 1, toss. Awesome, let's grab one more scoop.
First part of the park garage.
Perfect. Nice smiles, and 3, 2, 1, toss. Perfect, awesome. Everyone stay there for just a second. We're gonna add some more people. Let's bring the extended Gould Evans team and Layton team up, please.
Chop, chop. Steve, John, you guys get up there.
Yes. Yes, I can sit. Maybe I should sit. Yes, I can.
Reminder, Gould Evans and Layton, please come on. And what we'll do is everyone who has a shovel stay with the shovel, and then we'll try to fit people in, and we'll slot you guys in between in the windows.
Without the hat.
Yep. So, awesome. I'm gonna have this group back here. You guys scooch in, sort of file in between.
Keep everyone within the mound. Yeah. So we're gonna have everyone in between the mound. That's as wide as I can go. So squeeze a little tight. A good rule of thumb is if you cannot see me, I cannot see you. So make sure you can see me. Yeah. Let's have you two gentlemen, red shirt, white shirt. Can you come over in the middle? Okay. Just like that. It's good.
All right, guys. Right here. Start one forward. All right, now let's do.
No. Yeah, just big group smile. Yep.
Just a big group smile. All right. One more. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, and if you want hard hats off, yeah, we can do one without hard hats.
Hold it by your side.
Perfect. Awesome. So now we're going to do companies. So we're going to have Metastar stay up. Just Metastar, GMH will